Salute, 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 salute. Bow from Nocturnal Thoughts, man. Never mind the quality of the audio and the quality of this video, and listen to the message. Do you defend Oscar Valdez, Canelo Alvarez, or do you support Caleb Plant, guys like Devin Haney? Do you defend cheaters, or do you crucify cheaters, punish cheaters, or do you want it to be a clean sport, an even playing field? You know what? Boxing to me is just like the rest of the world. It's just like how America is. You know, I'm gonna use this analogy, and Red Glove Militant, he gonna know exactly what I'm talking about immediately, because he's Red Glove Gambino. But if you pay attention to Childish Gambino, This Is America video, in the background of the video you had, you know, all this chaos and violence going on, but you was distracted by what was right in front of you. You know, Childish Gambino and a few kids dancing around, entertaining you, keeping you distracted. But every once in a while, the violence would be right in your face. Right when he would say something like, "This is America," and he'd show you gun violence right in your face. They had all these little hidden messages, all these things, secret society type of things going on in the background, and then at the same time it was showing you a happy dancing person in your face. That's how boxing is. Boxing is just like This Is America video. You got all this stuff, all this chaos, all this politics and secret stuff and violence and dirty business going on in the sport of boxing. But you distracted by the actual fight. You just want to see a fight. Boxing fans just want to be entertained. You know, this is a bloodlust society. Like the movie, what was that? The Gladiator, the Russell Crowe. When Joaquin Phoenix killed his dad, who was the true Caesar of Rome, or Greek, he killed him and he rolled back into his town as the crowned Caesar. And at the time, in Greek, it was all these political problems and poverty and violence and all these issues, and he just wanted to be Caesar. He didn't have no answers and solutions to none of the problems, but he had one trick up his sleeve that he knew would work. He opened back up the arena, and he started having gladiator events, and that was just a distraction to keep the people's mind off the violence, off the poverty, off the inequality, off all the scandalous stuff happening behind the scenes. They just want to see the fights as a distraction. But then it blew up in Caesar's face when he came face to face with the man he betrayed, who was actually thrown into the gladiator pit and was revealed to be Marcus Aurelius, or whatever his name was, and he ended up killing Caesar, right? In the middle of the arena. And that's how boxing is. Boxing is just a distraction. From my point of view, I just want to be entertained. I know there's dirty business. I know there's foul play. I know there's politics. I know there's, secret societies within boxing. I know there's favoritism, biasness. I'm not the type of boxing fan. I'm not shaking my fist at the sport. I'm not grabbing pitchforks. I'm not turning into an MMA. I'm just gonna switch over to MMA. I'm not, you got two type of fans on the extreme and then everything in between. But you got some fans, like my boy Red Glove Militant, my partner, my hermanos, my brother, my brethren. He's the type of fan that wants a clean sport. You got all these fans that just want a clean sport. And they're pissed off right now because Oscar Valdez seems like he might be getting the pass. But I can't be the extreme fan that wants a clean sport. Because to me, to be that type of a fan, you have to be a certain type of optimistic and a certain level of being naive that I just can't live in. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you have the fans that say, oh man, just let all of them take anything they want to take. That'll make it even. And that level of fan I could never be, because they are just way too pessimistic and they are just way too sophisticated. And me, myself personally, man, nocturnal thoughts, I live in the shades of gray. I live in the nuances. I live in the realm of knowing and understanding balance. And I know that you can't create an even playing field by just allowing everybody to take whatever they want to take, and that's the end of that conversation. This is how I look at the situation. Because one of the biggest lies that they ever tell you is all men are created equal. And that's just not the case. It'll never be the case. You know what I'm saying? Some men are not even created equal to a woman. I'm gonna repeat that. Some men are not even created equal to women. So my thing is this. This is what I would like. One more thing I want to say. The type of fan that says, I just want to equal, I want a clean. This is what I'm saying. A type of fan that says, I just want a clean sport. To me, that's like me saying, I want to live in a world where there's absolutely no pedophiles. Any pedophile alive right now drops dead and goes and burns in hell. I want to live in a world, I can only live in a world where pedophiles don't exist. And to me, when I say that, I might as well just say that I want to kill myself. And I don't want to live in this world, because there's no way in reality I'm ever going to be able to live in the world where pedophiles don't exist. And that's why I say I can't be that naive and that optimistic about boxing or about life. You got to take the good with the bad. And I hate the extreme. I hate the extreme, just let them take anything they want, because that's just too extreme. This is how I look at it. Pay attention. You should make it transparent and allow fighters to take whatever they want to take to a certain extent. It should be transparent. Because at the end of the day, first of all, most elite athletes, they know. Most elite athletes know when someone is competing next to them clean or competing next to them natural. At the elite level, when you've seen it all, you know. When you got yourself to elite level status through hard work and dedication, and you've been in the sport your whole life, you most likely know when it's someone that's competing and they're not natural. My point, I say that because I feel like a athlete, a boxer, can't force him to take steroids. All boxers are not going to want to take steroids. If you allow for them to take anything they want to take, there's still going to be some boxers that don't have to take steroids. And because if they get by through their genetics and God-given talent, will trump someone with less God-given talents that tries to compensate with steroids. You can ask my boy Castle. You can ask him. There's plenty of people that walk into the gym that take a whole smorgasbord, a whole gumbo, whole type of whatever kind of steroids, and they come in the gym and they will never be as strong as Castle. Never. And all the Kingside riders can vouch for that. You know what I'm saying? And there's boxers that are genetically blessed and God-given talent and hard work and dedication that another fighter can come in steroid and ask Fernando Vargas how much steroids helped him when he got in the ring with the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. You see what I'm saying? Now, I know this is a blood sport, and they put their life on the line. You can die in the ring. But steroids, you know, that doesn't have to be the main talking point when it comes to steroids in the sport. Sugar Ray Robinson, was he on steroids? He killed someone in the ring. Ray Boom Boom Mancini, was he on steroids? He killed somebody in the ring. Max Baer, was he juiced up? He killed someone in the ring. And then just say, what if those fighters that died in the ring, what if they would have been on steroids? Steroids could have saved their life. You never know. But my point is this. You should make it to where it's between the fighters and their team to know what they're up against. You should clean the sport up as much as possible, but the fighters should know whether or not they're fighting with someone that's enhanced or not enhanced, and their team should know. And if they go into a fight and they know that their opponent is enhanced, then they can't use that as an excuse whether or not they win or lose. It's just another factor in their game plan. I know this person, they should know. It should be transparent. It should be where they have their meeting and they plan and come to a terms of agreement on what they can use, what they can't use, and it should be between the fighters. Because if it's a guy that's natural, he might want to, and he didn't beat everybody he can beat, he might not give a damn if the other guy is on enhancements. He might say, bring it on, take all the enhancements you want. I'm still about to whoop your enhanced ass. But he at least has the knowledge to know, and his team should know, and they should have to say so. But fans, from our point of view, well, we really ain't got no skin in the teeth. No, we ain't really got no skin in the fight. We just got a little bit of money that we donate to it. We throw some cabbage at the fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the old days, they would bring cabbage to the arena and throw cabbage at they. Look, fans don't have the. I know we put our money and we support the sport, but at the same time, I'm just not a fan that's going to say I want a totally clean sport and throw the baby out with the bathwater, because it's like, if you was to have the Infinity Glove like Thanos with all the powers, and you could just snap your finger and make every single fight that ever happened, but it had enhancements involved. If you made all those fights just disappear with the flick of the finger, you would be missing out on so many, since far back as I can remember, great fights that have shaped and molded my mentality, whether they were clean or dirty, enhanced or natural. You take away all those fights, and to me, you would decrease the quality and the entertainment of my life growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been too many great fighters and great fights that involve enhancements one way or another way. So in the future, you should have a transparent sport, and you should have the systems in play stay in play. I don't believe in setting new precedents and having rules in place, and then when those rules get broken, you don't enforce them. But I'm not the type of person, I'm not the enforcer of the rules either. Like, one of my favorite movies growing up was The Cross and the Switchblade. My boy Real Talk Boxing might know about this. What up, Real Talk? The Cross and the Switchblade was about this real life story where, this preacher came and preached the gospel to some gang members, the Mau Mau's and the bishops, and he converted a few gangsters over to being Christians, But in the beginning of that movie, they had the Mau Mau's meet up with the bishops on neutral territory, and they laid down the terms of war: where to meet, when to meet, what weapons they could bring. They said you can bring blades, chains, and baseball bats. And then one of them said in zips, which meant guns, pistols. And then dude was like, nah, no zips. They bring on too much heat from the police. From 12, one time, 5-0. You know what I'm saying? The popo, the pig, the man. They said, no zips. So blades, chains, and baseball bats at the park at 12 o'clock while the kids are still in school. And they started fighting, and they had the big rumble, and you seen people getting hit with chains and baseball bats, and then you seen somebody pull out a damn pistol, pop, 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 and that person got punished after the rumble for bringing a pistol to a knife fight, and then somebody else got punished for running away from the fight. So, Oscar Valdez, but my point is this: it was between the warlords, the captains, and the whole team of what they was willing to accept on the battlefield, not the damn citizens and pedestrians, which that's what fighting fans are. When they're not fighting, they're just pedestrians, citizens. They just watching, they spectators, they fans. But anyways, my point is this too: Oscar Valdez might get punished after this fight. Just not in the way that we see right up front, where he just not, stripped and this and that, or he might even get stripped after the fight. Now that people are really putting their foot down, saying we don't accept this. You never know. There is power in the people. I'm just not one of those people that's gonna go out there holding up a sign, complaining about a sport that has entertained me my whole life. I'm not gonna be a fanatical person that's getting emotional and jumping off my square when something like this happens, because I understand that this is life, this is how it is, and if it don't come out in the wash, it'll come out in the rinse. You dig? So shout out to Blood, to Red Glove, to Aries Zodiac, to Castle Kingside, and to Real Talk Boxing. And give my partners, man, my peoples, my brothers, my hermanos, give them some love and appreciation. Go over to Chin Tuck Boxing and get those boys up to over 1,000 subscribers. They putting in work, they putting in constant content, and they just keeping it real 100 on boxing, and they family to me, man. Chin Tuck Boxing, holla back at your boy. And y'all go over there and show them as much love as y'all possibly can, and help them grow their channel, and give them some tips, give them some advice, and tell them what y'all want to hear. and pump those guys up. To me, that's a real clean, smooth little channel. But it's at a seed stage, and I can't wait to see it to bud and start to grow, because I think it could be a decent I think it'd be a big show. And I want to, when they get big, I want to be a part of it, and I want to actually see one day of getting on their channel and just chopping it up with them. You know what I'm saying? All three of us, that'd be cool. So holla back at Chin Tuck Boxing, holla back at Castle, Real Talk Boxing, Red Glove Gambino, aka Red Glove Milliken, aka Red Glove Huckleberry. I'll be a Huckleberry. I'm gonna holla at y'all, man. This is Nocturnal Thoughts, Boxing After Dark. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Oscar Valdez Caleb plan. Is he just making excuses, or is he valid? Does he have a legitimate complaint? Will he fight Canelo and lose and use the whole clenbuterol from 2 years ago as an excuse? What the deal is, man? Holla back and let me know what y'all thinking on the subjects at hand. Nocturnal Thoughts, man. I'm gone. Peace.